In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a unit plan from LFS to then create a playlist over in Safari-Montage to support the contents, the knowledge, the skills in that unit. So over here on the LFS toolbox, I have created a unit, and again, some of you have seen me do this, but this is my 8th grade rock cycle unit, and I've actually addressed two standards, in this case assessment anchors, 8th grade D111 and 8th grade D112. So when I toggle over to Safari, I'm going to first of all do a search on standards, and you can see I already have this set up for Pennsylvania assessment anchors in 8th grade, and I'm going to do a quick search, and I know that's S8D, and here is 111 and 112. So I'm going to start here with a couple of titles, just two titles that address the rock cycle. And this first one looks pretty interesting, so I'm going to take a look at that one. And I've already previewed this, so I know this is a good one, and I want to add this to a playlist. So I'm going to add that to a playlist. And in this case, it's my first playlist. I'm just going to call it Rock Cycle. And this is 8th grade science. And I'm going to tag this as 8th grade science. So if someone else wants to check this out, they'll find it if they do a search on 8th grade. And this will just be video clips to support the 8th grade rock cycle unit. And I'll put it in my playlist. Right now I'm not going to share this, I can share it later. So I click Add New, and if I would actually click on Playlists, there it is. And so far I just have one video there. I'm going to go back to my standards. Now if you look here, Safari keeps what's called breadcrumbs. So down here, I already did that search, so I don't have to redo the search. I can just click on that link, and I'm going right back. And there are some other titles on here that looked interesting. There's a title called Core Geology. Now, this particular video, the full length is 32 minutes, but it's broken down into chapters. So I'm going to take a look and say, are there any chapters specifically for this unit? And yeah, there's one of the 3 types of rocks. That looks really interesting. So I would preview that. I have previewed it. It's a good one. And just so that you know, there are some of these videos, and this one in particular, there's a quiz that I can drag in. Answer keys are there. And what's nice about this particular one, there's also a teacher's guide. Now, the teacher's guide goes for all of the different segments, but I could download that, and there's the segment that I'm going to work with, 833, and if I go back here, yeah, there's a teacher's guide for that little clip, and I can use this as well for my preparation and for even adding to the different things that I put in my LFS map. But I'm going to add this to that playlist as well. So now I have chosen 2 videos. One I'll probably use at the launch, the one that just talks about the overview of the rock cycle I'll probably use as a launch. Now I'm going to do a different search, and in this case I want to see if there's anything else in there in dealing with the rocks or the rock cycle. So I'm going to type in a rock cycle and see what I get. And there are a couple more. So there's an interesting one. I'm going to go to more chapters in this one. And it looks like that chapter 4 would be the best one. Rock cycle and types of rock. So that's another video that I could use to support this particular chapter. I'm going to go back to my standards real quick. And I did a search on 111, but there's also 35 titles that support 112. And that's more the processes. And so I'm looking down through here, a lot of different titles. Well, there's an interesting one by National Geographic. looks like it might have to do with volcanoes and volcanic activity. And in fact, there are. There are a couple of videos. And here's one talks about the flow and formation and erosion of land. That's part of the rock cycle. So I'm going to choose both of those. I'm going to add those to my playlist. Now I've already previewed these. You obviously would have to preview those. So I'm going to add those in there as well. I'm going to do one more search, and hopefully get some information on weathering and also sedimentation. So I'm going to do another, and that comes up. So I'm going to search on sedimentation, see what I get. And there's a number of videos. But here's one from Amazing Planet that talks about the forces of erosion, landslides. So again, I would preview that. If it's something good, I would add that to my playlist. When I'm all finished, I'm going to go back to that playlist. I'm going to take a look, and I can look at all of those videos now that I have put together that support this particular unit. What I want to do with this particular playlist is I want to make a permanent link. So I'm going to click on that link, or I should say drag and copy that link, and go back to my toolbox. And I'm going to actually put this in my unit. And some of these videos will be part of my launch. I'm going to actually put this link in my launch, and I can come back here whenever I need it. So I'm going to click attach a document. Oh, sorry about that. Click in Resources Materials, and you'll see that that link comes up. And I'm going to paste and I'm going to ask that to always put that in a new window. So whenever I come back to this unit, I now have a link right there that will take me right out to my montage videos. And that's how I can use LFS Toolbox and the standards that I choose to support the creation of a playlist in Safari-Montage.